Hello students, good morning to all. Myself Devaraja Shubha, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Ponchesli College of Engineering. My subject code is CE8391 Construction Materials. Today in this class I am going to discuss about transportation of concrete. So which is the third step in the manufacture of concrete. Already I have discussed the first two process, that is batching of concrete as well as the mixing of concrete. So this is the third step in the manufacture of concrete, that is transportation of concrete. So transportation of concrete. So concrete is a complex material. You know, concrete is a complex means a mixture of cement, sand, coarse aggregate, water, and chemical admixtures if required. So if required, sometimes the chemical admixtures is also added. So admixtures means to retain or to accelerate or retain the setting time or to increase any property. Sometimes the admixtures may be added. Making of concrete is very easy, but the concrete produced by mixer is required to be transported for the placement, which is very important. So the concrete making is very easy, but the concrete, if we produce by the help of the concrete mixer, it is to be transported to the placement is also very important. So proper transportation of concrete is most essential because it affects the quality of the concrete. Then the concrete also should be transported to the construction job site in correct time. That is the initial setting time of the concrete is 30 minutes. So after going to set this setting, so before it starts to set, we have to place it in that place. We have to convey this concrete to that place. So for that purpose, if the distance is longer at that time, sometimes the admixture, any admixture is harder to return the time. So this concrete, when you are transporting, is also sometimes produce segregation. So segregation means the aggregates, that is the aggregates will be separated. So and the loss of slump is also disturbed. That is, a slump is disturbed. Slump is nothing but we will check the consistency with the help of the slump cone test. So slump, we will take a cone shape slump, and from the cone shape cylinder that is said to be slump cone test, we will check whether the concrete has the correct consistency or not by using this lump cone test. So if the distance is long or time is more, what happens is the segregation. That is, segregation means nothing but the separation between coarse aggregates. That is, the aggregates will be separated. So from the other parts, segregation and loss of slump is also capped if the distance is long or time is more. The transportation of the concrete mix is defined as the transferring of concrete from the mixing plant to the construction site. So main objectives of this transporting concrete is ensure that the water cement ratio, slump of concrete. So water cement ratio is we are water to the cement. We are adding a certain amount of water to the cement. That is said to be in ratios. That is said to be water cement ratio. Slump of concrete or consistency of concrete, that is a workability means ease of working, air content and homogeneity. Homogeneity means it's all look like the similar manner or not modified from their internal states and also prevent segregation and bleeding. So it should not bleeding means the water will come out, so will get separated. Bleeding will not take place, segregation will not take place, and we have to make the concrete should have correct water cement ratio, slump of concrete, consistency of concrete. Everyone should be kept in a correct manner till we reach that site. That is said to be, that is the main objectives of the transporting of concrete. So this is the methods they are using to transport the concrete. So we will briefly discuss the methods. First, what is the importance of transporting concrete? The transportation of concrete must be well thought out and organized efficiently. Normally, 30 minutes of transportation time is acceptable for small jobs. For a central or portable plant like a ready-mix plant, concrete should be discharged from agitating transporting equipment within 2 hours. So in a ready-mix plant, there will be agitating equipment will be there for a mixing. So within 2 hours, it should be discharged. If the non-agitating transporting equipment is this time is reduced to 1 hour, all delays must be avoided to prevent honeycombing or cold joints. So honeycombing means the honey-like structure. The concrete will be, if you after construction, if the time is more, what happens is it provide the honeycomb structure. Honeycomb like structure will be formed. That is to prevent honeycombing. So there are many factors that determine the transportation. That is type and constitutions of the concrete mix, weather conditions, size of construction, type of construction, topography, location of the batching plant, cost of construction. Then methods for transporting concrete. So there are many methods. For first method is the mortar pan. So mortar pan is used. This is the mortar pan. So mortar pan is used when the concrete is carried out in small quantities. So in small jobs we will use this mortar pan. So this mortar pan, in this method, greater surface area of a concrete is exposed to drying condition and the result in a great loss of water, particularly in hot weathering concreting. Remember that the mortar pan should be clean and wet at the starting of concrete transportation. So if it should not be dry, wet, and it should be clean. Water pan should be clean and wet. Wet means it should be lightly wet. If not fully dry, it should be lightly wet at the starting of concrete transportation. So the here what happens is the greater surface area of the concrete is exposed to the drying conditions. The surface area of the most surface area is exposed to the drying condition, and here what happens is it results in a great loss of water, particularly in hot weather conditions. So we will if we place using this mortar pan, what happens is it is more area is exposed and loss of water will happen takes place by using if we place through this mortar pan. Then wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow, you all know what is wheelbarrow. This is wheelbarrow. So by wheelbarrow is for transporting concrete at ground level. It's another normal way after mortar pan for transporting concrete at ground level is this the wheelbarrow. So if the transportation distance is long or ground is rough, wheelbarrows are provided with the pneumatic wheel to avoid segregation of the concrete due to vibration. So if it is not flat, they will provide the pneumatic roller. Then crane bucket or ropeway. This is the crane bucket or ropeway for transporting the concrete. So in this a tower crane or bucket. So this is crane. Tower crane or bucket, travel crane, bucket and ropeway are the methods of transporting concrete above the ground level. So it is above the ground level. If you want to transport the concrete above the ground level, this is used. So crane is used for transporting concrete horizontally as well as vertically and also in an inclined way, so that it also called 2 or 3 dimensional transport. It is familiar way in medium and large sites in high-rise construction project. So for constructing in high-rise construction means of tall buildings or more number of floors if you want to construct. There we can use this crane bucket or ropeway. So in this method transportation of concrete is fast and the placement of concrete takes place at the particular point. So crane consists of skips or buckets for containing concrete. So what happens is it has the crane or bucket. By using this bucket, what they do is it transport. This is the area where they are placing the concrete. So they will fill the concrete in the area and they pour into that area. So by using this. This is also bucket, crane and bucket. So by this is filled and where we want in that area, it will be poured, placed in that area. That is said to be this crane and bucket transportation. So chute. So chute is adapted for transporting from ground level to the lower level. So this is used when the labor can't reach the place of concrete due to the less space, like trenches. So if you trenches, if you're not able to, labor will not can't able to reach that place. So at that place the chute will be used. The surface has same slope, not flatter than 1 vertical to 2.5 horizontal. Concrete may get slightly compact mass without any separation. So this is the chute. So with the help of this method, so in trenches, if you want place the concrete in trenches or in that areas, what happens is they will make use of this method. So next one is skip and hoist. So skip and hoist means or adapted for vertically for high-rise build construction. So this is a skip and hoist at ground level. Skipper is directly fed by the mixture and at the discharging point, it discharge automatically or manually. Travel on the vertical rail for transporting. This is already told the skip and hoist method. So this is said to be skip and hoist method. Here also this is also said to be it is transported directly to that area. Then this is the transit mixer. So transit mixer is one of the most popular equipment for transporting concrete over a long distance, mostly in RMC, that is ready mix plant, ready mix concrete plant. So this transit mixer is mounted on the truck and this have the capacity of 4. This is the transit mixer. So by this is the ready mix concrete plant. So by help of this ready mix concrete plant, so this is the skip and hoist. So they will use a skip and hoist also for transporting the concrete. So for transporting concrete to the construction site, they will be using this ready mix concrete plant. For placing, they will use this skip and hoist method. So this transit mixer is mounted on the truck. This mixer is mounted on the mounted on this mixer. This is called mixer. This is called the truck. So it is mounted on the truck and having a capacity of 4 to 7 meter. Concrete is manually agitated in the truck with 2 to 6 revolutions per minute. A small pipe is fitted on the truck mixture for discharging concrete. The concrete is fed into the mixture can be either dry or wet mix. If the mix is wet, it must be reached the site in 1.5 hours. So it has a small pump for discharging the this concrete. So that's about RMC. There's belt conveyors. So belt conveyors are used for small horizontal distance such as 5 meter to 10 meter. So this is belt conveyors. So this belt conveyors, initial part of belt conveyor is high. It can place large volume of concrete quickly, whereas this is limited. So concrete may get to segregate in steep inclines as the belt passes over the rollers. So this is about this belt conveyors. Initial cost is more, but it can do the work it can by using this is very large. So pumps and pipelines. So pumping of the concrete is usually accepted and more reliable method for concrete transportation and placing. Its working start with the suction strip which sucks the concrete inside the pipe. For suction and delivery of concrete, a piston is provided. So with the help of the piston, it will be delivered. For suction and delivery of concrete, piston is provided. So it's essential to choose the correct diameter and wall thickness of the pipeline to match the pump and requirements of placing concrete. So for long, see this is the pipe lines. So by using this pipeline method, the concrete is suctioned and by with the help of the piston and injected with and delivered with the help of the pump. That is the pump. This pump piston will do that work. This suction and delivery is done by the help of the piston. So if you for long horizontal distance, high pumping pressure is required. And if you need to pump the concrete to height due to the gravity and the weight of the concrete in the line, a smallest possible diameter of pipe line should be used. So the how far concrete can be pumped is usually depending on the three types of pump and the concrete mix design like slump and workability, etc. So trimming. So trimming is the most common method for underwater transportation of the concrete. Trippy pipe is used for that. This bar trimming is derived from the after the French word hooper. A trimming pipe is a pipe having a diameter of about 20 centimeter. So which is capable of easy coupling for an increase of degrees of length. So a funnel is fitted to the top end to facilitate pouring of concrete. The bottom end is closed with a plug or thick polythene sheet or such other material and taken below the water and made to rest at the point where the concrete is going to be placed. So at the bottom end, what they are providing is the funnel is fitted at the top for what? For pouring the concrete, and the bottom end is closed with the plug or thick polythene sheet or such other material and taken below the water. And this polythene sheet is taken under the water and made to rest at the point where the concrete we have to place. So and so the diagram. So this is show trimming method. So in trimming method, the concrete is posed at the upper end. There is at the top, and what happens is at the discharge end they will place a polythene sheet, and that is with the help of the polythene sheet they take that to the exact location where we want to place the concrete. So the main for underwater water transportation of concrete, this Trimi pipe is used. So dumpers and trucks. So dumpers and trucks are ordinary open street tipping lorries are used for long hauls in horizontal transport at ground level. It is used for large concrete works. So you know, we're using the normal truck, what will be there transporting the concrete. So monorail system consists of a track and power wagon mounted on the single. So another system is the monorail system. So monorail means it has a single rail. So you all know what is rail. So in normal construction, construction rails we will provide two rails, but in monorail what is will be there is only one rail will be there. So this monorail system of the track, the power wagon means that train has wagons, number of coaches will be there. There's the power wagon is mounted on the single rail track, which can move at a speed of 80 to 90 meter per minute. So this method is used in the construction of tunnels, dams, and other such kinds of constructions. So with the help of these rails, what they do is they will transport the aggregates. So this hence bed misses are generally not suitable for monorail system transport. So transporting concrete, what do is it affects the quality of concrete, and it as specified above, the successful transportation of concrete requires the careful management of various factors. We have to transport it. If we not carefully transport, it leads to segregation and other problems. So that is about monorail system. So totally 11 methods of transportation we have studied. That is first, what's the first one is the motor pan, and second one is the wheelbarrow, and the third one is the wheelbarrow, and the third one is crane and bucket. So fourth one is the chute, and the fifth one is the this skip and hoist. The sixth one is the transit mixture, and the seventh one is the belt conveyor and pumps and pipelines, and next one is the trimming. So next one is the dumpers and trucks, and final one is the monorail system. So this is all about transportation of concrete. Thank you.